Hey Tyson, it's Mrs. Pritchard. I'm going to try to do a quick video to help you with 8-3. Okay, so make sure though that you have this step ladder. Okay, because this is going to be really important when we start to do these problems. If Mrs. Pritchard can get it in the front. Okay, so I'm going to kind of read the problem. So the first one you're working on says a US nickel has a mass of 5 grams and a US penny has a mass of 2.50 grams. What is the mass in kilograms? So that's the important part, is we're going to have to do some converting here. Okay, so let's do this. The first thing we know is we're going to have to convert those into kilograms. So it says a US nickel has a mass of, so I'm going to write this down, and if you have a whiteboard, be doing this. We're going to do that into kilograms. Okay, so that's going to be for the nickel. I'm just going to put nickel. Okay, and then we also are going to have to do it for the penny, because the penny was also in grams. So I'm going to write penny. And that one was 2.50 grams, which we're going to go into kilograms. Okay, so all I did is just kind of make conversions like we've been practicing. So let's do kind of that top one, the 5 grams. Okay, now if we're going from grams to kilograms, Tyson, grams to kilograms. So if I look at my chart again here, okay, where's grams? Right, so grams is kind of right in the middle. I'm going all the way up to kilograms. So I'm going up the staircase. So when I go up the staircase, what operation do I do? Remember, I said it's harder. Yeah, I would be dividing. It's not going to take as many of those. Okay, so I'm going to kind of move this. So then, sorry. So that means I'm going from a smaller to a larger unit, right? And so that would be divide. So all I'm doing is coding like we normally do. Okay, now I'm going to take this 5. I'm just going to write my expression here. And I know I'm going to be dividing it by 10 to the what? Because remember, metric, every step is worth 10. So let's look how many steps up we went from gram to kilogram. So I'm going to let you do that. So gram, and then we're going up 1, 2, 3, right? So it's 3 steps up. So when I'm writing this, that would be 10 to the 3rd power. Now, once we do this, the easy part is just shifting your decimal. So if I'm dividing, should my answer be getting smaller or larger if I'm dividing, Tyson? Should be getting smaller. So which direction am I going to shift my decimal? Yes, to the left. How many times? 3, because that's how many steps up I took. So I'm going to take this. So here's my decimal. And I'm going to shift it 3 places to the right. So 1, 2, 3. Now it's going to look like a lot of zeros. So how many zeros am I going to need to put here? I'm going to put 2 zeros. Okay, so just we'll kind of leave that for right now. But if I kind of rewrote that for nickel, I'm going to kind of write that down here. So 1 nickel is, I have my decimal and my 2 zeros and my 5. And then do I need these 2 zeros on the end, Jason? No, those are just holding the spot. So I'm just going to leave it here and put that this is in kilograms. So a nickel is 5 thousandths of a kilogram. Okay, we're going to need to know that. Okay, and then let's do the same for the penny. So let's do the coding. The coding is going to be very similar because we're going grams to kilograms, right? So again, we went smaller to larger, which was up the staircase. What does that mean? Divide. Good. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this. And what was my exponent that I did? So what did I, sorry, something came up here. How many steps did I go up? 3, right? It's the same. as what we did up here. Okay, and then I'm shifting it where? To the left because it's getting smaller. So if this is my decimal, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have to put some zeros there. So down here, I'm going to put penny. And if I did that, I'd have my decimal 0, 0, 2, 5. And I really don't need to put that 0 on the end. Okay, so now we've converted. So we know how much 1 nickel is in kilograms, and we know how much 1 penny is worth in kilograms. Okay, so that's the very first step you have to do on a lot of these problems is make sure you're in the correct unit. Okay, now here's where I want you to think what you would do. Okay, so then it says, what is the mass in kilograms of the coins in a bag containing 186 nickels? So if we had 186 nickels and 72 pennies, what would be the total mass? So if this is how much 1 nickel is worth and I have 186, what would I do? I would multiply. So, and I'm not going to do this for you, but we would do 186 times how much 1 was. So that's what you'd be dividing. And remember, the beautiful is these are zeros. All you're really going to have to do is multiply your 5, count your spaces, and move your decimal. And that's going to give you how much for your nickel. Now, penny, what do you think you're going to do if it said you had 72 pennies? Yeah, I'm going to do 72 times how much 1 penny was worth. That was 25 thousandths. Now this one, you have a 5 and a 2, so you're going to have to go to a second row when you multiply that. Okay, and then Tyson, if I want the total mass of these coins in a bag, what do you think I'm going to do with these two answers? Yes. I'm going to add them together, and that would give me my total mass in kilograms. Okay, so that would be for the first one. So I want you to kind of try to work that one out on your own. Now, the next one, I'm going to kind of walk you through that one a little bit as well. Okay, so this one was about Jaden helping her mom carrying groceries. So her mom has a bag that has a mass of 1 and 33 kilograms. So I always like to do this and kind of label. So that was like for mom. Okay. And then it says she, though, is carrying 2 bags. One has a mass of 580 grams and the other has a mass of 790 grams. Who is carrying more and how much? So you get to kind of decide, do you want to make these both be in grams or kilograms? And since Jaden is carrying 2 bags and they're already in grams, I might keep my answer in grams. So let's figure how much Jaden brought. So what would 580 and 790? Let's do that. Because those are both in grams, so I'm just going to add those. Okay, so Jaden's bags were 1,370 grams. If I want to compare that to mom, hers is in kilograms, so what am I going to have to do? Yeah, make it in grams. So I'm going to do what we just did on the last problem. I'm going to turn this into grams, and then I can compare. So now, Tyson, if we're at kilograms, we're at the very top unit, and we're going down to grams, what direction are we going? We can probably just tell without looking at the staircase. Yeah, I'm going from a larger to a smaller unit, which means what? Yeah, I'd be multiplying. Okay, so I'm going to put that times 10. Now let's look, how many steps down are you taking? So I'm at kilo and I'm going down 1, 2, 3 to our base unit grams. So again, it's going to be 10 to the third. Now, the only difference is our direction this time because we're multiplying. So what way are we going to be moving this decimal? Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3, which means I'm going to have to add a 0. So when I come up here, 1,330 grams that the mom was carrying. So just from looking at these, who carried more? Yeah, we can see Jaden. And the second part says, how much more? So what are you going to do with Jaden's and the mom's if you want to know how much more Jaden carried? What operation? I'm going to let you think on that. What would you do with these two values to figure out how much more Jaden carried than her mom? Okay, so that kind of helps you, but those are kind of the steps. A lot of it is converting so that they're all in the same units and then deciding what operations you need to do. But Tyson, this is really important, okay, because this kind of shows you the direction and the number of steps that you're going. Okay, so I really hope that helped. Okay, and remember today and Friday, there's just a metric quiz. It's like 5 questions on a Google form just to see how you're doing with this. Okay, I hope that helped and I hope you're doing well. Miss you guys.